how to sell anything without being salesy, or if you feel like you aren't or you don't want to be a salesperson. And this is coming from someone who used to despise selling anything. And I even got a sales job and it was the worst thing ever, and I didn't make any sales, and I actually ended up getting commission from the people I was working with because they felt sorry for me because I was so bad at selling. So that's how bad I used to be. But now my idea of selling has completely changed, and I'm going to be able to help you shift that in just this video alone. So make sure you stay to the end to make sure you understand how you can sell, especially if you're a spiritual person, a coach, or someone who feels like you just want to help more people in life. So before we get started, make sure you hit that subscribe button and that bell icon so that you get notified whenever I post. But other than that, let's find out exactly how you can sell. So as I said, this video is for those who are more spiritual and want to sell and feel like they want to add a lot of value to people. They want to help more people, but they feel like they don't want to be too salesy. And this video is not for those hardcore salespeople that just want to make loads of money and are just very salesy. This video is not for them, and I'm not going to teach anyone how to do that because I don't know how to do that and I don't want to do that, so I'm not even going to try. In my opinion, it's a form of manipulation if you sell in an unethical way. So first thing we need to understand is what you are offering them. If you know it's of value and you know it can help someone, then you are not selling, you are actually solving a problem. And in order to sell something, we must solve a problem. For example, the consumer that is going to buy your product, your service, they want or need exactly what you offer. Let's say it's a toothbrush. The reason toothbrushes sell from, I don't know, one of those big companies is because they, or we, need toothbrushes, so they provided a toothbrush. Then they said, how can we make these teethy brushes more effective? Let's make electric ones. And now they've got all these different toothbrushes out there that you can buy. And realistically, the old one still worked, but it just makes it easier for people. And another great example is we don't really need the newest iPhone. Now this is an 11, this isn't the newest one, but we don't need the newest one. The only reason we do it is because they're faster, they're better quality. The camera's much better than the first iPhone, for example. You've got two cameras on this. The first one had the tiny little one that didn't even work. And I remember when iPads came out, I've still got the first ever iPad. I want to keep it for the rest of my life because it's cool. But it doesn't have a camera on it. It's so unadvanced. But back then it was very advanced. So it was not a necessity, it was a luxury back then. And I wanted it because it was cool. That's literally the only reason. And I was able to buy it because I wanted it. So that's what sales really is. Do they need it or do they want it? If they need it, then it's very easy to sell them something. And it's like the Jordan Belfort thing where it's like in The Wolf of Wall Street where it says,
Brad, show them how it's done. Boom. Sell me that pen. Why?
You're not trying to sell someone something that they don't want or need. But if they need a pen, it makes sense to sell them a pen. So if you're a coach, if you're a consultant, if you're anyone that is really struggling to sell, I want to show you how I went from being an imposter, having imposter syndrome, and really moving into that place where I know that I'm offering value to people. That's exactly what sales is. You're not selling them, you're adding value to their life. But that's the thing. If you're not adding value to their life, then you shouldn't be selling them anything. That's the simple part of it, really. If you don't feel like you can add enough value, then it makes sense to go back and start learning more until you can add enough value. But I always do recommend to just get started as well, because we don't want to get into that perfectionism place. And when I first started, I don't know half as much as I know now. But it allowed me to adapt and grow along the way, and that's the best way of learning, in my opinion. It's allowed me to learn loads, and especially through sales. And I've learned from some of the best salespeople that I've spoke to, going through courses, one-to-one mentoring. I've literally spent thousands, absolute thousands, just specifically focusing on the sales part of things. And it's really allowed me to not sell, but actually help more people. Because sales is a skill we need in business. If you're running a business, then you need to be able to sell. Now, yes, you can outsource that and get other people to do it for you. But my opinion with business is if you have something of value you want to offer someone, you need to be able to be the person that is the spokesperson about it. If you have a program that you run and you offer, then you need to be able to show those people that you can do that, rather than just outsourcing it and getting someone to do that for you, if that makes sense. Because essentially what you're doing is you're explaining what you offer, which is going to solve their problem. For example, the reason, let's say shoes didn't come with laces. It would be very easy for you to walk towards the till with a pair of shoes and for them to upsell you the laces if it wasn't a generic thing that they came with laces. It'd be very easy, because in order to tie your shoes, you need the laces. So you're giving someone, they didn't need the shoes, but now they have the shoes, they need the laces. So for example, with people that I work with, I say, you can do this on your own, because you can. You can go onto YouTube and find all this information for free. You can read the books. I just help you do it much faster. And that's sort of the way that I explain it to people is, essentially what I do is I'm an ambulance, I've got the blue lights on, and I can just cut through traffic, and I can give you that sped up process to give you all the information you need to get the result much quicker. So I'm not selling anything to anyone. And if I feel like they're not the right person for me to work with, I won't try and sell to them, because I'm not going to be able to solve their problem. And if I can't solve their problem, I'll send them over to someone else. But that's how sales really works. You're not trying to sell anything, you're trying to solve their problem. And if you can solve their problem, then you're making a sale as a byproduct of solving their problem. And all you've got to do is be convincing enough that you are the person that can solve that problem, that your product is the product that can solve their problem. For example, if someone has acne, if you are able to explain how your product works, if you're able to explain the results your product's got, then someone who's got acne is going to go with you because you know what you're talking about. Your product works. So if you can do that, you're not selling anything. You're not being salesy. And don't get me wrong, I know from that place of coming at it when you first start anything, is you don't want to be too salesy. You don't want to try and sell something to someone, but you're not selling anything. You're just finding out their pain points. What are they struggling with? They have acne. Okay, perfect. That's why we have acne cream to solve that acne problem. I have imposter syndrome. Okay, perfect. So come to see Max and he will be able to help you with the imposter syndrome because he knows what he's done. He's done it with other people. He's done it with himself. So he's got the information, the experience, the knowledge, and the results with other people. So it makes sense for me to be able to do that. As I said, when you start out, you've got to still say to them, if you don't know that you can do it, then do it for free. Now, you don't tend to get as good results with people working for free because people don't value it, unfortunately. That's just the world we live in. I know I value things more when I pay for it. I do, and I know everyone else does. So that's why things cost money. Unfortunately, it is money that makes the world go round, but that's just the sad truth of it. But when someone's got skin in the game, it makes them want it more. So what I did for my first year of doing what I do now is I did it for completely free. So if you're first starting out, then don't be salesy. Just say, let me see if I can help you. Let me show you I can help you for completely free. And some people will say, well, you need to get what you're worth. And yes, if you know you can get results. If you don't know you can't, if you don't know that you can get the results 100%, well, I suppose not 100%, no one's 100% sure because there's always going to be these anomalies. But if you're not sure that you can get the results, then just do it for free until you get enough results to back yourself. And then you're going in not selling, you're going in solving a problem. And as I said, the main aspects to understand is, what are their pain points? Are you the bridge to get them from here to here? If yes, you're not selling them, they are basically investing in something that's going to get the result that they want or the result that they need. Make sure if you're starting out in business or you've already been running your business and you want to be better with selling, you're not selling, you're a problem solver. That's all you are. You are not a salesperson, you are a problem solver. And with that being said, I hope you have an amazing day. Keep spreading love, kindness, and so much positivity. Yeah.